All right, what's up, everybody? Okay, we back with another video. This one's a little bit off topic, but it's going to be very interesting. Let me just tell you why. If you're not interested in the whole UAP topic, you might want to get interested in it right now, because I think this is an explosive tweet. As we know, Donald Trump and Elon Musk been going tit for tat like little schoolgirls. You know what I mean? Little schoolgirls that they really like each other, but you know what I mean? They're just being mean to each other. I think this is all a ruse. Let's make a fake beef. This is like how the rappers make a fake beef, just to sell records. I think what's happening right now is like a fake beef just to eventually tell you about some real secret shit. There was recently a Wall Street Journal article that came out saying, all of this alien shit ain't real, blah, 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 blah. We were just doing that to cover up what we was really doing. Okay, and then he comes out with this tweet, right? This is after Matthew Brown made a tweet during their whole debacle with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And this is what he said. I'll insert the video here of reading what Matthew Brown's tweet was, and then we'll come back to Elon Musk's tweet. Okay, so this is Matthew Brown's tweet. This is what he said. He says, "Hey, at Elon Musk, interested in an asymmetric advantage to wield in this political adventure you have started? As you now know, the White House has long possessed a unique AI capable of accurately predicting a range of future events. Talk about some stiff opposition. That must have been a bitter drought indeed, though probably nowhere near as bad as learning that Sama, which is the head of ChatGPT, OpenAI, had betrayed you. Don't worry. We have not forgotten who is responsible for murdering the first sentient artificial intelligences created in the public realm." And he adds a couple people. He says, "Justice is coming thanks to FBI and the U.S. Navy." He says, "Still, you have played a marvelous catch-up game in this area, despite being caught unaware." So, well, he says unawares, and then he puts HT. I don't know if that means like what? High tide or halftime. I don't know. So he says, "So how about something else? Maybe energy and propulsion. Getting to Mars will require serious amounts of both. And rockets feel so 1947 to me, don't they to you? Remember when you were briefed by the special executive staff, real Donald Trump, on Marsupial, which I assume is a acronym for some type of government project." He says, "Pretty nifty how so-and-so is able to keep track of all those non-structured light energy craft flying around the world. Go Cardinals. But they were lying to you when they said we don't know how they work. Anyways, next time you're visiting the White House, Washington, D.C., YRS, I don't know who that is. I'm not going to say these little names. Ask for a tour of NASA Pax River Powell. Since you have all the clearances," and he puts that in quotation, "you have all the clearances in quotations. It shouldn't be an issue for you to get a tour of the special project hangars owned by Amentum Corporation. Make sure to look up." So, about now, you are realizing how terribly deceived and manipulated you have been, and by people who have claimed to love Jesus above all else. If you are serious about saving humanity from itself and others, Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp can help you get up to speed. They are true warriors for good. And then he says MMTU, ABORYMON. Those are probably acronyms for something. I'll leave that to y'all. But anyway, back to the video. Okay, so why is this tweet important? Because he says what, and he actually wrote it in like a stanza form. And I think he's responding to Matthew Brown because Matthew Brown wrote his tweet in such a like a goon. I call it the Goonies. Bring back the Goonies. I'll put some inserts right there. Bring back the Goonies. Remember the part in the Goonies where they're trying to figure out how to play that little piano or whatever? They're speaking in code to each other, I think. I think this is a response to Matthew Brown where he's writing in stanzas. I don't know. Do you call this what do you call that? What is it? Onomatopoeia? What is it called when you make one of those? It's a certain poem format, but it's in a stanza format. And he says, whatever happens, this is not me editing the picture. This is exactly how he posted it. He says, whatever happens, we have got the spaceships and they do not. I know that's a some type of I forget that. I know my freaking English teacher is gonna beat my ass for not knowing this. But I know that's a type of way of talking. But I think what he's saying is he's kind of trolling Matt Brown by saying like, oh, we're the ones who got that shit. Like, you think they're hiding something. We got that shit too. I'm hiding something from you too. I think that's what he's saying. I think what he's saying, really, he on some Cali shit when you say to somebody, like, you think they stopped making guns when they made yours, motherfucker? I think he on that shit right now.
Gonna do with that? Besides make me mad. Put the gun down, son.
Hey, shout out to Elon, shout out to Donald Trump, but I also think this is all a ruse. This is like when rappers manufacture beef to sell records. You know what I mean? You know, I think that's kind of what's happening. I think Elon and Trump are like both friends. They're still cool, but they made it like they're trying to put some information together out, but they're trying to make it seem like, oh, we had a spat first. So it makes it look like we don't like each other and we're about to just tell secrets and stuff. I think it's a real calculated thing that I think they got going on. But let's see. If you're not interested in the UAP topic, go research it. It's very interesting. You know what I mean?